Right. All right. We begin um with Izzy, unsurprisingly. Um there has been a immediate drop of this Ventru by Dr. Briley or whomever this woman may be. Um how are you responding to this? Because you do have time to immediately respond to this.
Yeah, I wanted to double check something. So there's Dr. Riley and three other people, or is it Dr. Riley and four others?
Three others.
Three others? Okay. Okay. And how far back am I from Dr. Riley and Daniel? I think that was his name.
Um
Yeah.
yeah. You're probably you haven't gotten that far. You're like
I know he told me to like, hold back a little bit so he could
I
talk
would
to
say
Riley.
you're about halfway between the SUV and the limo like thing.
Okay. Of course I'm not closer to either, so I can't make an easy decision. Uh,
You are within a
okay, you said about
cemetery.
yeah. Okay, you said about half the distance. What are we talking, like 5, 10 feet to either or is it more like 20?
20.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Now this is gonna be fun. I am going to grab the knife off of Michael's waist.
Okay.
He is going to raise his shotgun and shoot, and I'm going to charge while mesmerizing one of the thin bloods, I believe you said, with MP7s.
Okay.
So let me pull up Dominate, Mesmerize. My command will be. Oh my god, I scrolled past it like an idiot. My command to this thin blood, whichever one I can look in the eyes, will be defend me with your life, or just defend me if the with your life part goes a little too far for dominate,
Okay.
because I don't have terminal decree. So that is manipulation and dominate. Oh, rouse check first. I'm up to 4 hunger. Manipulation and dominate versus intelligence and resolve.
Intelligence and
Uh,
resolve.
yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to blood surge on this because fuck these guys.
Okay.
Success on the blood surge, so I don't go up to 5 hunger yet.
All right.
That's going to be a willpower because I want to make sure this succeeds. Okay. 7 with a messy critical.
Okay. Um wow. All right. Well, one,
One willpower left.
they will not be able to resist this because they're only using for their stats. They're only using the 4 dice here. So, um,
I mean, crits are possible.
yes, but it's me. So the one of them does like turn the weapon. The with the life probably not going to be a thing, but they will defend you for as long as
Mm-hmm.
this will last.
Fair.
And Michael is just shooting at one of the others. Or...
Yeah, he's just gonna raise his gun and shoot it. He's probably gonna shoot at the doctor, actually.
Okay, yeah, you can make a roll for that.
All right. That'd be what, Dex and firearms or composure and firearms?
This is getting pretty chaotic. I would have to say it's composure firearms because otherwise you're probably taking minus to things.
That's fair. He got 3.
3. Okay, let's see. She got a lot of dice to it, so let's see if she gets hit by this.
Almost a critical, but not quite.
Okay. Um, she is able to avoid that as there is the grabbing the knife, the command, and then the firing, and then this quiet like graveyard area becomes a light show. As rounds are flung and there's just flashes going off. Michael quickly, upon missing with the shotgun, kind of does that sort of almost baseball slide into one of the larger, like tombstones and crypt areas, as there is 9 millimeter fire hitting the side of the stones. Really just
Hmm?
adding to some sacrilege. Um,
Fine.
as he kind of looks at you and over the gunfire. I don't want to say that maybe I'm overstepping my bounds, but I feel like this is a bad confrontation.
He just hears an angry growl in response as I'm running.
Okay. All right.
I'm a little hungry.
I see. Um. Okay. Running that direction.
Oh, I'm probably taking a few rounds before I get there.
Oh yeah. Um.
A few.
We're gonna find out. We are going to find out here. It is going to be. Let's see. Where is this? Okay. Yeah. That's a bestial failure on one of them. Uh, you are moving at such a pace, kind of. Bullets don't do the same thing that they would do to a mortal. However, you are encouraged not to be hit by them because they still hurt.
Hmm.
Um, Ducking and weaving, one of them just very tunnel vision what they're doing. Actually eclipse one of their compatriots.
Hmm.
As the other one kind of reacts a little bit and then tosses as they will fire. And they're probably going to get like 3 shots off on you before you're close enough to close the distance here.
That's fine.
There is no success here whatsoever, so they are not able to hit you as you are kind of like, I don't know, serpentine, like ducking and weaving. This last one has a little bit better firearms, but we'll see.
One of them is mesmerized currently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just trying to see like what the okay. Yeah. You're fine. You're up close to all of them and Dr. Briley as well. Uh, how are you performing this next action here?
My knife is going into Riley's throat.
Okay. I believe that is a strength and
Melee.
brawl. Strength, yeah, strength melee.
I will blood surge on this.
Okay.
There's my fail. I'm up to 5 hunger.
Okay.
It's 5 hunger.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun.
Oh,
I can't wait for the frenzy roll.
okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna. Oh no, that last. Okay, I'm gonna send a picture of this one, but just so you all know, I have a single success. My hubris has finally caught up with me.
Wonderful.
So yeah, one success.
One success. Okay. Um, that will not do it.
Didn't think so.
As you kind of go for the stab, she is able to kind of almost raise her hand up, as if almost to go through her hand, but is able to catch it right between the knife and the guard type of area, and like kind of just has it and yanks it out of your. Uh, that's a delightful picture. Um,
Yeah.
as that is taken out of her hand, and she has possession of the knife at this point. To where,
Okay.
let's see. I think she's going to attempt to more or less staple you to the van. I think.
Well, that sounds great. Izzy might be dying here, guys.
Okay. Um, any attempt to dodge this is going to be a dex survival roll.
Okay. It does not matter because I have 5 hunger and that's lower than my hunger, so I just roll 5 hunger.
Yep.
Wow, and that's all 5 successes. That's
Okay.
not a bestial critical though, or messy critical. God, I wish.
Okay. You were able to dive out of that as she kind of takes it out and almost twirls it around, and with the intention of basically taking your wrist and smacking it into the steel and impaling you there.
Mhm.
This would be about where the two other individuals that are not mesmerized, there is a sense of pragmatism as they just drop their ally, just quickly glance at each other and
Fair.
just drop them, and then have them trained on to you as
That's fine. That's
Dr.
fine.
Riley is more or less just gonna command you to yield. She's not using any influence, but is
I don't listen to a word she says.
okay.
So my go?
Yep.
Okay, so first off, I am making a. Oh shit! I forgot to bring that one up. I'm gonna make a rouse check at 5 hunger, which might be interesting here to use vicissitude.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to just grow a couple of very long bone spurs, almost like punching daggers, out of my uh, fists.
All right.
That is a success. So I do not have to test for hunger frenzy.
All right.
I believe that's just effectively a +2 weapon like that knife was. Double checking here. Hold please, your call is very important. Come on, nope, eyes went too far. Weapon. Yep, just a basic +2 damage weapon. Cool. So then I'm going to continue to try to murder the doctor here.
Okay.
Alright, still got my blood surge up, so. Yeah. Seven with a messy critical.
7 with a messy critical. Okay. Well, let's find out if she can deal with that. I have no idea, actually. She doesn't have near as much dice in this. Yeah, no. Um,
Then +2 to whatever the difference is for the damage.
okay. Um, alright. She does seem to take a little bit of damage. You are going to. Let's see, what. 1 second. I actually need to bring up a book here really quick. It's this, and then it is that one. Uh, God damn it. Just need to double check something. Okay. Um, this conflict probably is something that Dr. Barley is not exactly for.
Mm.
Um, and as you are not listening here, she is going to make the attempt here, and have one of the Thin Bloods, just a simple command of look like her eyes just glance over to one of them. Torpor. And they are going to attempt to stake you because they don't have any other
Beautiful.
option.
Beautiful. Can I attempt to dodge?
Yes, you can.
Uh, 2 successes, but a bestial failure if the roll's a fail.
It is a fail. Um,
Beautiful.
as you are impaled here, the bestial failure comes from a little bit from the, the hunger and the frenzy, and like I need some, like that alone is a little bit of a distraction. Um, and from that it is any consciousness gone. Um,
Mhm.
your surroundings go completely dark. The sound, you can still hear sound, but it's like muffled. Um, as you can have brief sensation of touch as you are, it feels like you're being dragged.
Mhm.
And time is a strange concept right now when you are like this. But you can smell wet earth and just a little bit as it kind of seeps past your lips a little bit. Can taste dirt. And more specifically, each like grain that touches you burns. Um you're not the most conscious in this state, but you do know the only reason something would be burned like this is because you were probably burned on something that is considered, in some aspect, hallowed ground.
Excellent.
But with that whole event, you do not know what has happened to Michael. That is a mystery to you. And on a much more a cruise liner aspect, um, we'll go back in time about 19 days
Oh,
as
Christ.
Good luck, guys.
the rest of you are trying to figure out how the hell to leave Oahu.
Yeah. Naval ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Where we were
naval
gonna.
ship and our cover story. If anyone from the cam asked where we were, Camarilla members from the mainland that got screwed over by the Sabbat. So we have a cover and we have a plan. And
Gonna
it
charm some
involved
sailor boys.
and it involved ghouling some lovely sailors, some naval
Charming,
sailors.
ghouling, same difference.
What a very horrendous, monstrous way to go about it. But
Lingering, kiss them bitches.
it's fine. Listen,
We're Sabbat. Do we care?
no, not really. And you know what? Theon stands by his anti-colonialist tendencies, and the U.S. Navy is an occupying force. We're just paying them back. It's fine.
Okay.
You know, whatever justifies.
It's it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
I think we were gonna go to the closest bar to them, right? And go
It's.
from there.
I'm not gonna lie, and it's because I've been around
What?
Florida. I've met
Oh,
individuals who are on Liberty. They are a time. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, I hooked. Never.
Oh? Yeah?
That sounds like a story for later.
It's not. I just hooked up with the one person who did it like a one night stand with. Told me afterwards that he was in the military, and I'm like, oh, peace out.
Nice. Nice.
Bye.
Yep.
Yep.
Good time. I'll give you that much, but yep, that's yep.
okay.
Anyways,
So, do we each get our own ghoul? Are we sharing?
yeah, more the merrier. Get probably a more than one person job to keep us contained. Literally. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and fed at that too. It's true. It's true.
Well, I mean, we can just eat off the ghoul.
That's what I'm saying.
Every night.
There's only so much you can eat off a ghoul before they start, getting
Yeah.
sick.
Oh,
We'll be fine. We've got
A lot of sailors
a
to go
boatload
through.
of sailors.
Yeah.
we've got a literal boatload, and we've all, to my knowledge, got abilities that make taking drinks and hiding that fact relatively easy.
Got Dawn, got Cloud Memory, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't think I would never use Dawn on someone for that purpose, but I do
Make
have
them,
it.
go
Doubt.
away. And as they're running away, cloud their memory.
I
They
don't
got
have
spooked
bad
by
memory.
something.
This is a bad choice on my part.
Okay.
That's a very useful skill for a
It is.
vampire.
Yeah. Though weirdly enough, I would keep. Never mind. Different campaign. I was like, oh, I gave my Lasombra cloud memory, and I only used it once, and I'm for like a 6-month campaign. But anyhow,
Nice.
yeah, let's go. Let's take a hike to a bar if we have time in the night for that. If not, then we should probably find a better place than this motel.
You'll have time in the night for that.
Pick up some Navy officers at the bar.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Mhm.
We'll be fine.
It's easy enough to find out hangout spots because there's a. I checked to make sure, but there's quite a lot of places actually pretty close to Pearl. So it's easy enough to find.
Cool.
who
I was
am
gonna
for?
say, if he still had his phone on him, he would just use Grinder.
Fair.
But nope.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
How are we gonna get the Bearcat into a taxi?
That is an entirely you problem because I have no idea how you expect to get that thing anywhere.
Yeah.
Dawn,
Do
that's
you
how-
have like anything baggy on you, like clothing wise? You could have it just like
Bearcats
hang
are
onto your back.
big. They're big.
I understand.
Yeah, but like,
I think he's
You
just
brought a
gonna
bear cat to
take it.
Hawaii.
okay,
You
Yeah.
get a trench coat.
question.
Hmm.
How big is a
They-
bear cat?
They are like almost 3 feet long, not counting the tail.
That's a child.
Yeah. How
Like
likely
a dog size.
would it be that you could put it in a cat carrier designed from Maine Coon?
No. Not without like actually cramming him in there.
It looks like it's squished.
Like I think so. I think like he could literally just try, and then if the person doesn't do it, he has no issues like intimidating him into letting his animal on the car.
Don't one of us have compel? Like
I
I do. I do. I have compel
Will-
and in
will you use
spades, but I'm. I mean, I guess. I don't know how well it's gonna go over to consistently.
can I
compel
cloud memory
people
so he just forgets there's a bear cat?
how about he takes a sheet off of the bed and wraps him up and holds him. So hopefully they just think it's a very strange dog.
Oh my god!
You could have tried to go for kid, but no, you go for like someone wrapped up and is carrying their dog.
Yeah, like yeah.
People are weird. People do that. Also,
People are weird.
I like how the bear cat is the hiccup in this plan.
I think it was always gonna be the bear cat.
Listen, Neptune.
There's
is a
nothing wrong
treat.
with this.
Let me have my almost actually not at all a chaos character.
hmm
The
Very.
for you, Willow, it's not too hard for you to, takes a little bit of, rightward swiping, but you do get a couple results.
I thought you said his phone died.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, because of the seawater. Oh, our
Yeah.
phones are full.
Yeah.
But my debit card works, right?
Yeah, it should. It should.
For my credit cards.
Yeah, those work.
So can I get burner phones?
Yeah. And technically, even if you don't have like that touchscreen, there is a way to use programs like that. You just use like the right and left button. It does work. It's a weird like technological like programming thing I learned. I wish I didn't know this from one of my coworkers, but like, they were.
Also, you can get burner smartphones for like $20 nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would get them for clients all the time back at the HIV clinic.
So we all
Super
have
easy.
fresh smartphones. They can't even be tracked because our phones are fucked.
Fine.
Well, they kinda can be because you input personal data in there. The companies that are using your personal data often do track your location. Anyways, yeah. He grabs a blanket. He's not gonna bother buying a blanket. He's gonna steal the motel one and wrap the bear cat up in it and just keep him covered and just say it's a very nervous dog.
I mean, almost passable, and also you're probably doing that motel a favor by stealing it.
Ooh, yeah. Bed bugs. Oh well, too late now. We slept in there.
Yes, because we're gonna have issues with bed bugs.
Dude, might.
I mean, pests are pests. I don't think they care if we're alive or dead.
What a phrase.
Well, that is fair. They feed on blood.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
kinship there.
which my 3 hunger determines I don't have.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We don't.
I need to.
They're gonna bite us and find nothing.
Just dust.
Those are the insects my Nosferatu with Unliving Hive should have. Just a swarm of bed bugs.
Oh my god.
Why them? Get mosquitoes.
No.
That's also a good one.
God,
Yeah.
those are both terrible.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's the point.
Anyways,
the
Cockroaches with wings. How about that?
anyways, now that nightmare fuel has firmly embedded itself into my brain, I saw that salute. But but yeah, with getting burner phones and such, it's easy enough to find various sailors on liberty taking time off. There are a couple notable ones. One being the single like silver bar on the collar being an indication of an ensign, which is an officer, which is a little higher up than you would anticipate generally speaking, but then there's various like just petty officers and all of that. Any particular like job set that you're looking for any of these people, or you just
Definitely the one with most authority. Like not like in manner of how they hold themselves.
okay?
Looking for the daddiest of daddies.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah.
You should. Or I will, apparently.
With that,
I am specifically looking for the more marine naval engineer oriented.
okay.
Also, someone preferably gay, because that's how like I need food. So
Well, thank goodness you're targeting Navy seamen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll be a real
Hey.
problem.
And using grinders. I mean,
not
what?
no phone.
Why
Well,
not?
no,
You got a
Well,
smartphone.
we just said we got.
smartphone now.
We
You
could
can
get smartphone burners.
That's true. Okay, yeah, that's true.
That's guaranteed.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find various individuals and lead them back to wherever you need to. That's a horrible phrase in my brain. I'm not saying it. But
God damn it.
Yeah, I don't think you need to really finish wherever you were going with that.
I saw that. But
I'll do Blush of Life too for this, obviously, and then I would like to take off a hunger. Okay. So, how do we want to assemble our pool?
the one thing you're gonna have to take note, and it's less of a problem for Willow and more of a problem probably for Esme and Dion. But regardless of whether or not you're able to like mesmerize and get onto the vessel, your attire is not gonna cut it. You are going to have to blend in.
No.
Oh, that's fine.
No. First the motel and now this.
I'm just saying,
I'm just gonna have a constant bane.
Dion's just like, stay trapped on Hawaii or dress like a sailor and have fun with it. Well, that's an easy option.
All Willow's gonna have to do is put his hair up in a ball cap.
Do I have to put my hair in a bun?
Yeah, a really tight one.
No.
I can show you how to do it.
I know how to do it. I don't want to.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't our hair grow back the next day if we change it up?
Yeah.
If we cut
Rules as
it?
written, yes.
If we cut it, that's why I'm saying I'm gonna put mine in a bun.
Okay.
It's why Kindred can't get like tattoos or anything if they
Mhm.
weren't already there. It just won't happen.
Can you? But they could do ink box tattoos.
Yes, Yes, they could.
That's why Zenithia are the superior clan.
So, what I'm hearing is I can give myself pain physically, me, Blake, by giving him a military cut, and as long as he refreshes it every day, he's fine.
Yes.
But also, he doesn't plan on being seen much, so he just needs to do it for, getting on and off.
You would have to fight Willow to cut his hair. That's not happening.
That's on you. I didn't say I was gonna make you. It was just Dion committing to the bit. He thinks he's Dionysus, and Dionysus is the god of theater. He commits to the role.
That's fair.
Yeah. Willow's lived this role. I think he's good. He's not. He probably blends in more, like composure wise than you probably realized until now. So
We're gonna see Willow in the man bun.
What a
no, it's gonna
vibe.
be completely up in a cap. He's not. I mean, yeah, it will be in a man bun, but
I think Willow
Then
is the one who is the most qualified also to like go through like any sort of like military attire and be like, that's what you're gonna have to wear.
So I probably should find a female, or someone like me in a similar size to me, so I can, yoink some of their clothes.
The way it took me forever to process how you pronounce the word female there.
Took me a minute.
Like, I registered it, but I was still like, what did I just hear?
You gotta
I
find a
just
what?
thought Molly, like you were trying to say Pat, but
Yeah.
weirdly, and I'm like, okay,
No.
sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna take the Willow route and find someone to bang. So,
Fair enough.
but someone similar in size to me, so I can steal their clothes.
Also not hard. Again, Navy vessel.
Yeah.
And I think the most she's just a limp ball of fur.
So cute.
But the for you, Esme, again, easy enough to find and slake off a Hollinger if you need to.
Yes.
Military uniform is not hard to like acquire to blend in. Pretty plain like petty officer garb. And I will point out the vessel that you are on that is kind of moving about is a destroyer because battleships don't typically make port as often as smaller vessels. And I don't think any of you really have the desire to be within like any submarines if they are docked.
They don't usually have like massive crews and they're very tight spaces. It would be It would be interesting if this was a different particular campaign and we weren't trying to get home. That would be an excellent way to play a horror movie where we're the monsters. However, we're trying to get home.
Fun.
Right?
Oh my god.
It
On
would
a
be
submarine.
It would be so much fucking fun. We'll save that idea for later.
Aquatic gangrel?
Among Us, but on a submarine.
Anyways, yes, we're just trying to get home. Now I got ideas.
Okay. With that, you're all able to begin. Is there any like meeting place, like just meeting like in the mess, like with everyone else in plain sight, like when like different like because different crews will have different shifts and eat at different times. So you just like plain sight meeting in a mess type of situation for your whole thing, or are you just gonna try hiding in like cargo and storage for the primary.
Well, since we have to rely on nighttime, to even be awake, I would assume meeting in the mess during dinner shifts is probably for the best.
It's also probably fairly loud, and any conversations you have are probably not going to be overheard.
Yeah, and it would make it seem like we're more or less permanent night shifters on whatever watches and jobs are on a ship. So anyone who happens to be on a rotational thing and sees us will just assume that we're always night crew, and that's why they never see us.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
I have a quick question.
Hmm.
Is there a way for me to gaslight myself
I
into believing the submarine is beautiful?
was like, where are you going with this? Gaslight myself.
And you dominate yourself?
I mean,
I don't
Joe,
have dominate.
I'm just saying, you allow it on Thursday with a certain character.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like how I would rule this.
I have cloud memory.
I
Could I use that on myself?
That,
That is, you know what? I will let you do that. The only trade-off with this is you are taking your Bane severity to this role as well.
So what am I rolling?
Well, I believe this is a thing of self-psychological bullshit. So,
Eh.
I think this. God, this is so weird. Is this? I think this is
Resolve?
Yeah, this is probably resolve and honestly subterfuge. So this is resolve, subterfuge, and you will be taking your Bane severity to it as well.
So I've only got one dice for this roll.
oh boy.
You then roll however many hunger dice you have if it's more.
I have 2 hunger dice.
So you rolled the 2 dice.
Okay, cool. Because I did slake 1 hunger.
Oh god.
Maybe I shouldn't have slaked that hunger. I'd get 3 dice.
Right?
Too late.
All right. What the fuck? I don't think this means anything other than 1 success, but I got like this. I got the crit success and the crit failure
Yeah, it's
Amazing.
on these 2 dice. I'm gonna take a picture because that's funny.
Amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing.
So I got 1 success, a bestial success. I don't fucking know.
Okay, so I will say this. You are not going to be able to convince yourself through this whole voyage, but you are able to, at least for the time being, ignore it. So you're not dealing with like the worst of it right now. You have successfully gaslit yourself into believing this destroyer to not be as horrid as you once originally thought. It won't last, and you know that, but for now, for like a couple days at least, it will be fine.
Fantastic. Great. So I don't have to take my bane severity for a couple days.
Yes, correct.
Cool.
There is a chance when it comes back, it might be a little worse.
Oh no. Damn it.
Gaslighting's never a great thing, even if it's to yourself. Um, so, as all of you have kind of acquired individuals and people to ghoul to make this all work, how are you proceeding? Like plans and stuff coming up with returning to the mainland.
Like, how do you mean beyond like our basic blend in hide?
Basic blend and hide, but you did learn a little bit in your time in Hawaii of like there's bigger players going on here than you initially realized. So that's a part. Uh, Notably, Rose has, for the most part, any like snide commentary she has not offered in this vein of existence because clearly that will not go over well with the three of you. And honestly, um, she understands.
Forgot you guys had Rose with you.
Listen,
Yeah.
she's in the shit with us, okay? Like, she has no room to talk.
Willow still treats her as though nothing had happened.
This is healthy.
That's healthy.
So
Dion does not exactly hide the fact that he thinks her so much lesser than him after this.
That's fair. That is entirely fair.
Like, consistent looking down the nose, condescending tone, irritation.
Oh wow, you're really going for it. Okay.
He's again, he's playing up the god complex thing. He is a god that you have offended and you haven't earned his favor back. That is the vibe.
Everyone's in a good state mentally. I like this.
Yeah!
I do have to wonder on occasion, since I think it will be helpful in regards to gaining intel, maintaining our cover, all that stuff. Dion has the ability possession,
Okay.
and it is a little cheaty way to act during the day, you know,
Mm-hmm.
by puppeting a normal mortal.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it only costs 2 rouse checks.
I mean, if it's the only thing you're doing.
Pretty much. It's just a
Yeah.
way to it's just a way to keep cover, get intel, keep ahead of things,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Alright, yeah, make the rouse checks here.
We have a large amount of available food sources, 2 successes, so no extra hunger, and it's resolve plus aspects. So I can math, and by that I mean I can find where the fuck my resolve is. 3, 5, and I get an extra die because
Mm-hmm.
of blood potency. I for once remember that fact. Alright, there's
Blood potency.
okay. I don't really, this is impacting mortals, so it feels like a little overboard to be rolling this many dice, but you know,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'll let you know how much they rolled.
it's fine. There's 3, so that's 6 successes.
6 successes to their 0. Um, not even a single success to be found here.
Oh, jeez. Oh, dear.
Any particular like individual you're like looking for?
Communications officers.
Okay.
Those have the most access to intel. And they have the authority to make people, avoid certain areas or not do certain things. Stuff like that.
Okay. With the possession and stuff, that actually does help you avoid like certain more troubled waters that probably would have caused you problems. So we're gonna delete that portion.
Oh, dear.
Uh huh.
But all of you actually make it all the way back to Miami proper without any issue.
Yay!
Damn. Wow, I was expecting to have to eat a whole crew.
Sometimes gaslighting does work.
It
I
does.
mean, it still takes like a couple weeks, but you do
Yeah,
get
well.
back there with.
I do remember that Dion was going to try to aim specifically in making a ghoul for someone who is originally from Florida or nearby, so it wouldn't be too difficult keep in contact.
Well,
Ooh.
of 300 crew members, that's not hard to find.
Less.
Yeah, Willow's gonna completely ghost his.
Oh.
He's not interested in that.
The question is, how intensely were they bloodbound?
Pretty
yeah,
bad.
'cause they are.
They're not gonna have a good time, but
Yeah.
they'll be okay.
You just gained the stalker
Gonna just
flaw.
abandon these ghouls.
A stalker? Wait, seriously?
You can,
So
yeah.
that would be a good excuse to give you one.
I mean,
It can occur.
It can, but there's also the problem that they are
yeah.
a person of the Navy, so their priorities are a little.
I mean, if you're that depends on how intensely you're bloodbound. They could
He's
not
not
care
like
about
not that.
anything.
Yeah, not that bad. Like just what he needs is his
Okay, so not terrible.
Yeah, he has some morals. Yeah, so just they'll probably be upset for a few months, but they'll be okay.
Oh man,
Mm.
that like stunted emotion that comes with that. But the yeah, all of you are able to make it back to your places without any difficulty. The zoo is as run down and as terrible looking as ever. Esme and Dion, your place is about what you expect it to be. For you, Willow, it's a little surprising because, given the time frame, Izzy should be here.
Yeah.
Oh god, and it's been... Question. How many days did it take us to get back?
How many days did it take all of you to get back?
Yes.
Well, let me do the math in my head.
Because if I remember correctly, you have to refresh ghoul things monthly.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do the math really quick. I actually need to...
As soon as my cell phone would have gotten service, I would have let my ghouls at the Peachy Peacock. I'll be back when I get back, basically.
Yeah, because your phone still worked.
Um, let me do. Hold on.
Yeah, once I know how long it's been, I'll write a story.
Yeah, because I need he needs to focus very quickly on reestablishing his ghoul ties. Considering they were all willing participants in the cult in the first place, he doesn't think he'll have much trouble.
Here we go.
The detective
Just
might regret
withdrawal
his
to
life.
deal with.
Yeah, the detective might regret his life choices, but better than the withdrawal.
If this would load. Why is that an option? Why do I care how many nautical miles fucking Lake Michigan is from one point to the other?
You've
Nautical,
offended Rachel.
nautical miles confuse the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I try to.
Why are they different?
Yeah, why are they different? I don't understand.
Aren't they different, but still like very close to a standard imperial mile? Or am I
Yes,
misremembering?
but they're different enough that it throws things off because like after a certain
Uh,
amount of time, it just completely throws off conversion.
Why not
Yeah, I think
just
one
use...
nautical mile is so much of a distance between a latitude or a longitude point on a globe. I think that's why it's different because it's a specific amount of distance on a globe.
I
I
hate
looked
that.
this up one day when we were playing Call of Cthulhu, fucking years ago.
Ooh.
We were going to Antarctica. It didn't go well.
God. No,
Okay.
I wouldn't imagine
So
so.
roughly, given how everything is set, I believe it takes a little bit over believe it takes a little bit over like 18 or 20 days.
Okay, so yeah, that'll be his focus when he gets back is reestablishing his ghoul stuff, spending time with his sister and nephew because oof.
Um the sister is both relieved and also
He's gonna give the as much of a mortal friendly explanation as he can, considering he's already noticeably still 19 and his sister just chooses to ignore it, which says some unhealthy things about her mindset. But
yeah.
he's basically going to give the somewhat censored version of I was basically kidnapped for a job I didn't want to do, and it was awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Willow would first talk to the ghouls about, like, have you heard anything? No? Okay.
Yeah, no, we haven't heard anything. We assumed that was because they were with you and
No. Does Willow know how Izzy escaped?
no, but you can make an assumption they were probably on a different
One of the,
boat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Hmm. He's gonna call Dion. Or Esme. I guess we'll call Esme. Talk to Dion.
That's probably the
Yeah, that
healthier
it's...
choice, let's be real.
Okay, cool. I was like, yeah, no, I'm kind of the secretary here.
Yep.
Oh,
mean,
hello. I will say, as soon as like Esme and Dion got home, Esme was tearing off clothes, going through her closet, re-zhuzhing herself up to feel not human, superior again.
there we go.
She's very much more herself now, and she answers the phone. Oh, hello. How are you feeling now that you're back home?
Oh, I'm fine. Hey, can you get Dion for me?
Of course. Dion!
Huh?
And she'll go find him and put Willow on speaker. I've got Willow on the phone.
Yeah, hi. Izzy's not back yet. Can you put me in contact, perhaps, with that Ventru or the other one who was on the ship? Do you know how to get their information? I know you have connections.
The Ventru was west coast, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And then the Toreador were northeast?
Yep.
I have more connections northeast than I do west coast.
Well,
I
he
can...
doesn't. Well, he trusts Rose. He doesn't necessarily trust Rose right now.
Oh, uh-huh.
I
You know.
can... I can make an attempt with the East Coasters, but not the Venture in particular, but I can try and see if they have his contact information.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then he'll just leave it at that. And yeah.
And he was like in the middle of a phone call with his sister, so he goes right back to gossiping before he gets to that.
Were you... Did you just take a call right now? Well...
It was a quick little speakerphone thing, I swear.
Uh-huh.
Just just angrily, did you put me on hold?
Me too?
Are
Listen,
you going...
everyone wants my time for some reason. I don't know why this happens.
Right. Of course. You definitely don't know why that happens. Are you good for this weekend, or is some sort of business trip where something's going to... I don't know. I think you were using metaphor explode?
God, I wish. Yes, I'm good for this weekend. And if anyone tries to interrupt it, homicide may be considered, or at least arson.
I met a person at the hospital who had mentioned something like that, but the regardless, yeah, it would be tremendously helpful since I actually have to be dealing with a conference meeting that weekend.
Sounds good. Do you want me to watch him at your place or at my place?
I've seen your place, and it is... I mean this in such a loving sibling way. It is disturbingly clean, and that can only mean a couple of things, and so I think my place is better.
Fair enough. Sounds good. Now, wish me luck. I have to call Mom after this.
Oh, well, she has been trying to call me for the past little bit, for the past few days, trying to get into contact with me, to get into contact with you, since you weren't picking up your phone. Good luck.
Uh-huh. We fucking Christ, who I don't even believe in anymore. Okay.
Well, good luck. And just... she'll hang up the phone.
I just want to know if Esme stayed through that.
Oh yeah, no, she was just like leaning against the doorway. Hmm. Well, that's going to be fun.
Listen, I'm just saying, if a 60-something-year-old Greek woman shows up on our doorstep in the next few days, angry and yelling, it's probably going to be fine.
Okay, all right. I'll make note of that.
She
We
may or
probably
may not throw a shoe or three at me.
3. Why would she have 3 shoes?
She keeps a spare for discipline.
No, that checks. I'll ask him about that later. Uh,
Oh god. All right, and then Esme's gonna reiterate that we should probably check on our followers, make sure people are still coming,
Yes.
and get that all fixed up,
Yes. Right.
and maybe try to figure out what's going on with Izzy.
Yes. I don't
Well,
think.
maybe if that bastard had come with us.
I will. What time is it in the evening?
this is like another night. It's fairly early in.
I can keep my call with my mother very quick. And I'm not role playing that because that sounds terrifying. Uh,
Coward.
Look, most of us already have enough parental trauma. We don't need fake parental trauma.
Exactly. I don't need it. I can keep that maximum 45 minutes. She tires herself out when she's angry. But minimum, I'm thinking about 15. Then I will start calling around after our Toreador friends, since they're probably taking care of a bit more business this early in the night up wherever they're doing, so it would probably be more convenient for me to call a little bit later for them. As for our actual followers, we can set a meeting for tomorrow if you can get the message out.
Of course, I'll make sure to get it through.
Wonderful.
Okay.
All right, now you enjoy that phone call with your mother.
Okay. Just as a note for you, Dion, you said 45 minutes is like the maximum. You were wrong. Um,
Oh no.
it's about. It's a scolding that probably lasts about 50% longer than you anticipated. So probably a good, 60-ish minutes. Like a full hour.
After he gets out of that conversation, he just goes and finds Esme. Oh,
Did
I need to figure out very quickly how to survive Christmas at my mother's this year.
Hmm. Well, to be fair, you're already dead, so.
Yes, well, she also lives in Chicago, so I've got some calls to make in
I see.
regards to finding Izzy. And also, like, be careful. Partway through, she started devolving into just prayers and stuff about how I really need to talk to a priest. I'm pretty sure she's going to send a care package full of crucifixes and prayer cards. Again.
Lovely. Again, yes. I'll put it with the others.
I think we're up to 17 of them. I don't
Huh.
know how she keeps finding more.
That is a ridiculous thing for you to say, Dion, because she's an old Greekly. You definitely know
Yeah.
where she's gonna find more.
It's more the fact that she hasn't repeated herself that's throwing him.
Oh yeah, that's
They're all different cards and different crucifix designs. He's like, how is she finding unique stuff that at this point?
well, maybe she discovered Etsy. I don't know.
Probably. Or eBay.
Also that.
I will comfort Dion.
Okay.
But trying my hardest not to laugh. I just make sure, like, hugging so that my face is nowhere near his line of sight.
Okay. All right. Are you calling northeast then?
Hmm.
Okay. Calling northeast, it does take a little while to like get ahead and find like the proper channel to like get there until you do get in contact with the one individual that you had interacted with. Hello, to who am I speaking?
Dion Halkias, we met very briefly in our last business conference at
Right,
Miss
that's
Rose
Rose set
converged.
up where it went so terribly.
Yes, well, I am willing to just forget about the whole ordeal, but one of our co-workers seems to have gone missing and hasn't returned yet, so I was wondering if you had any intel on that, or at least some contact information on our Ventru friend out west.
Well, news in the pond seems to ripple out rather quickly, as it were. There was a confrontation with the Venture, and as far as I am aware, they have hit final death. Was a From my sources, there was a conflict in a cemetery, and it was no small feat. There were shotgun shells and quite a number of small cartridges.
One of ours, or in? Do we have any information on who started the confrontation?
I am not really sure. I have a friend out there. She's a little more in tune with blood, shall we say.
Hmm. So the likelihood of our coworker's survival is pretty minimal, I would assume.
Minimal, but not unlikely.
Hmm. I will let the concerned parties know. And considering Rose and part of this mess started down here in Florida, I will keep in touch in regards to providing any intel we find on who might have been behind this particular issue.
Actually, in speaking of, and I don't wish to speak for another, but in regards to Rose, would you please inform them that some of the older and more mature members of Kindred Society would like to have a conversation?
It would be my utmost pleasure.
Well then, when you see them, do let them know, and do let them know one key fact about this meeting.
Hmm.
We advise that they do not miss it.
Understood. Thank you. Have a good evening.
I will try.
So, Esme,
Yes.
you might want to inform Willow that the likelihood of Izzy's survival is minimal. There's a non-zero chance of survival. But there was apparently a confrontation in a cemetery out west, and our then true contract that Izzy left with, to my understanding, is very dead.
Understood. Did they mention who they met with that the altercation happened?
No, not in any detail. I think there's still an ongoing bit of investigation with some people who are more in tune with things. Also, do you have Rose's phone number?
I did Willow give us Rose's contact so we could have that meeting with her, or did Willow contact her for that meeting?
Willow facilitated everything.
Okay, so we don't. No, I don't think we do, but I can talk to Willow.
Yes, I apparently need to deliver a message to Rose, and I would rather do it face to face, but I need a way to contact her first.
Yes. I will go ahead and contact Willow, say that interested parties need to speak with Rose. Us included, we would like a word with Rose, and she's fucked off now.
Can I do a kind of insight on that, even though it was a phone call?
Yeah.
Honestly, it might not have been a phone call. I might have texted you and been like, "Hi, can we get Rose's contact?" Smiley face.
Yeah, you can still do
Yeah,
an
that's
insight
not
on that.
helping.
Kissy smiley
Still
face.
suspicious as shit, yeah.
Yeah, you can do like an intelligence and insight or something like that.
Okay. Not bad. Ooh, had a critical success.
Oh,
Nice.
And
What if I include-
one, so
what if I include the kissy winky face emoji?
no.
Then I wouldn't have even had them roll.
Damn.
But this is one of those things where, yeah, you don't know exactly what it's about, but this is pretty sus.
Okay. Are you telling Willow about Izzy's thing at all, or like, are you just texting him to ask for Rose's
We'll
contact?
probably do the Izzy thing in person. I would assume.
He's just gonna ignore your text then.
God damn it. Okay.
Left
All
on
right.
red.
Yep. Literally. You might see like
So-
a bubble or two, and then it stops.
That's so much worse.
That's worse, honestly.
That's
Yep.
so much
To get the like, oh, they were typing, or they were thinking about typing,
knows.
and then they just decided not to.
Nope. He knows. He knows. It's very intentional.
Fine. I'll give
Oh my god.
the heads up. I'll let Dion know. I'm like, either I need to call him, and even then I don't know if he'd still do it, or we can go see him in person.
Oh my god. Okay.
What was Rose's last name? I assume that was, or at least.
God, I need to look that up. Hold on. Where is?
Yeah, like he knows Rose knows she's in deep shit, and then also it's like he's still not gonna be the one to put her down. So not that he doesn't trust Esme and Dion, but he doesn't trust Esme and
Mm-hmm.
Dion either.
Yeah. Not that he doesn't not trust them, but he doesn't.
Yeah, yeah.
Valid.
Rose Petrovna.
Oh my God, Petrovna is my
Well,
D&D character's last name.
nice. Well, you can arrange to meet Willow in person. I'm gonna try to see if I can find that contact information through a couple of other sources first.
Mm.
You know, I don't respond well to stubbornness.
Fair. Do you think
Super
it'd be
quick with
valuable for
you.
me to go over there myself?
Oh, probably, considering the news. I don't know how well he'll take it.
All right. I'll go ahead and do that then. I'll go over to Willow's place.
I will be attempting to make some calls with some contacts, especially focusing on either Delilah or Frankie.
Okay. Frankie less helpful. Delilah is all too elated to take your call.
Oh boy.
Well, it seems like you have returned from whatever you were doing.
Got mildly kidnapped, had to smuggle myself on a naval ship, picked up a naval pet, which is lovely. Um, I'll give you all the details soon enough. Next time we meet, because it was a hell of a time. I still have to perform your favor, and I was looking very much forward to it. Um, so I've got a lot to catch up on. But right now, I have to find Rose Petrovna. Or at least contact information.
This sounds like you need something else.
Oh?
It truly sounds like, I mean, I already helped you with one thing, and it seems like you're, shall we say, adding a tab to it.
I thought we were friends. Are you really going to charge me for getting contact information?
Well, I wouldn't be a very good broker of information if I didn't.
Okay. What do you want for this, then?
Oh, it is a simple trade, actually. One that I think, one that Esme might actually be interested in.
Hmm.
I just need a bit more of a stronghold on certain, shall we say, far-reaching industries, and fashion is one of them.
Ah.
And I'm sorry to say, you are not the catalyst for that one.
Yes, yes, yes. I've had my fashion insulted more than enough times this past year.
Oh, and I'm sure I will hit a quota of satisfactory number at some point.
Anyways, which particular task do you want me to perform that will get you in touch with such things? Do you want me to get in contact with models, modeling agencies, an actual designer, a shop?
Oh, just different agencies will suffice. I only need the, shall we say, contact information. See, we got there. Contact information for contact information.
And she said modeling agencies or a fashion agency.
Either or, she's pretty alright with either.
Fine. Yes, I can do that. Pays to have a lot of college student contacts. An annoying amount of them model for extra money.
Oh, you should see social media. Well, anyways, the... As far as Rose's contact information goes, that's not too hard to come by. She is no bruja and no Lasamba, so getting into contact with her is not that difficult, as she does have, though a private presence. She has her own social media.
Alright.
She... You get a ping on your phone, and it's just a text of, like... It's essentially a messenger for Rose's, like, essentially private socials. Delilah is
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately one of those people that is a little too invasive. Uh,
Yep, big fan. Right. Thank you. I will have your contact information. Honestly, depending on how tomorrow's meeting goes with certain individuals, either tomorrow or at least by the end of the week.
Alright.
Easy. Right. Lovely as always talking to you. We'll meet for we'll meet for coffee later, and I'll give you the full details of that little mess in Oahu.
Oh, I would enjoy hearing it. I would love to see what kind of trouble you found yourselves in.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
She will put this on you, Dion. It's her own little, like, form of a power move. She will not hang up first. She will make you be the first one to hang up.
Well, you know what he's gonna do in response to that?
Hmm.
Pick up and find a Bluetooth speaker,
Okay.
put it next to the phone,
Okay.
and just leave it on show tunes.
Okay. Wow, okay. It's a little bit of a power struggle going here.
I can tell that this is a game they have played many times.
Mm-hmm. I will point this out. Delilah is one each and every time here. Um,
Yep. It's just like probably won't even remember until he needs to make a call again. He's like, "Oh right, you're still here." Click.
Okay.
But yeah, good luck to Esme and that conversation.
Yeah. I will point out for you, Dion, whenever you need to use your phone, you will have lost because you've set your phone down, and with a Bluetooth speaker, you have not charged it. um,
Yep. It's enough that he's annoyed her. It's fine.
maybe. But for Esme and Willow, you have your own conversations to have here.
Ismail, pop up and drive around to where they usually park and all of that and send the text of, I'm here. Never mentioned they were coming over, just an I'm here text.
He
I mean,
knows.
that's the same energy as the text bubble and then just being left unread. It's just the opposite vein of it.
Mm-hmm. It's the follow up.
Mhm.
And she'll have to, wait for him to come get her or she's jumping the fence again.
Yeah. I mean, the fence is. I don't even know if they bother locking it. Such a big
I
property.
mean, to keep the hooligans out.
Okay,
The
yeah.
hooligans. Isn't that how you get your gooligans?
Isn't that how you get your
No,
free snacks?
Yeah.
no, I'm a little particular about my ghouls. Usually,
But are you particular about free snacks?
yeah. Sometimes I'm usually too busy
Fair.
with a project.
Yeah, he'll come out. Neptune is waddling after him.
Okay, Neptune is absolutely vibing now because it's not this
Finally.
horrid situation.
Yeah, poor baby is probably super hungry and upset. But yeah, but
Okay. Oh, hello. Good to see you.
mhm.
I trust you're settling back in fine.
Yeah, just fine. What's up?
So we might need to go inside for this one. It's information about your roomie, Izzy.
What?
So apparently the Ventru he traveled with all the way back to the States. Um, we know it was like a church in San Francisco.
No, you knew there was a battle in a cemetery in San Francisco, but aside from
Okay.
that,
Okay. Well, I mean, cemeteries usually run churches, but okay. There was apparently an altercation between someone and the Ventru in some cemetery in San Francisco, and with Izzy being there, the Ventru's dead. It's been confirmed. Ventru met final death, and there's no sign of Izzy. We don't know who. We don't particularly know why. And we don't have any tracking information on Izzy.
Well, he's not shocked.
No,
What cemetery?
we don't
You don't know.
know.
Would we have gotten that
yeah,
Would
information?
you
we
would
have
have
gotten the
gotten
specific cemetery?
yeah, you would have gotten
Okay.
the specifics of like this rough area.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I would have
Um,
communicated that.
yeah, I'll communicate that as well. The name of the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll be back in a few days then, and he's just gonna head back to his.
Oh, just going on a road trip on your own.
Mhm.
There's a high likelihood he's dead.
Do Do you know
They.
Izzy?
Sorry. Sorry. There's a high likelihood they're dead.
Right. He doesn't seem to care.
And you're gonna go alone.
Hmm.
Cool. Cool. Do you want anyone to go with you?
I don't need anyone to go with me.
Alright. I guess just let us know when you head out.
Sure.
I It baffles me how quickly you're just going to up and go.
Yeah. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't care. He's not holding anything down here except Neptune.
Mm. Okay, and wrapping back to what I asked before I came here, would you be able to give us Rose's contact information?
I will give her your information.
See, we do have some important information for her
Mm-hmm.
and important parties who need to talk to her.
I'm sure she's aware.
They asked us to pass along a message, so.
All right, well, I'll give her your information and I'll tell her why.
Okay. That'll have to do for now. Good luck with Izzy.
You know,
Dion may
they,
decide
yeah,
that we want to help, but I'm not entirely sure as we've got our hands a bit full since coming back.
I'll be honest, I don't care what you and Dion do with your time. Uh, but I do know that Izzy was our leader and I'm going to regard them as such. So, and while Izzy is an absolute terror, um, has treated me quite fairly, so I'm gonna do my due diligence and try and find them.
Fair enough. I'll talk to Dion.
Right. I'm leaving tomorrow. If you want to join, you can. Your choice. But either way, I'm going.
Alright, well, let you know. Neptune at least seems happy.
Yeah, Neptune's fine.
And with that, Esme'll go.
Okay.
Cool. He does tell Rose and pass along Esme's contact
Okay.
information.
Um, Rose will get in contact and enough to get that whole meeting all set up, though, it it is very clear, through what you can see, Esme, and through, like, whatever calls you might take with Rose and such. A woman who gets shaken up very easily, but given events, like, the way Kindred Society sees her, at least in the Sabbat, this is kind of her fault. So, they're probably going to react and treat her as such, so it's kind of it's a toss up in the air of what's going to happen to her overall.
She's dead. Or worse, honestly.
Yeah, and weirdly enough, Willow's quite callous to this information. He's just like, yeah, I did more than my fair share for her at this point. So
Mm-hmm.
these are the consequences of actions, even though, well, not totally in her control, but
All right. As the nights shift from one to the other, uh, for yourself, Willow, taking this impromptu road trip, are you like maybe taking a different vehicle of some type? Because Izzy had access to a couple.
no, he's just taking his car.
Right.
Yeah,
Any like supplies or anything else that you might take with you that you otherwise wouldn't?
he probably already has like an emergency bag in his car, and he'll take his guns.
Okay.
Uh, and he'll take Neptune and a ton of food in a freezer for him. And yeah, no, otherwise he's just gonna head out. He's not too concerned.
Okay. For Dion and Esme, are any of you like joining on this, or are you like no that this is
Nope.
nope fuck this? Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured.
Esme will try to convince Dion to go.
By saying what?
Reiterating, um, reiterating Willow's point that not that Izzy was the leader, but that Izzy has helped us and we were all in this together, kind of a thing. And that we are a bit more of a group. And it may be more beneficial to find out if they're dead or if they're still alive and be able to get them back here because they are quite helpful.
Hmm. 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 No.
Yeah.
I cared about two people in our group, myself and you. Whatever happened to Izzy because of their own choices. Hubris is like that. It'll come for us all in the end, myself included. And quite personally, I don't want that time to be in the next few days.
Well, I can understand why you feel that way. Are you telling me I can't go?
Esme, I have come to care about you as both a friend and a follower, and I would never make your decisions for you. I will be upset if harm comes to you, and I might be somewhat stressed out until you can contact me. But I'm not going to bar you from going. If you feel that this is what you want and should do, that is your prerogative. I am merely putting forward that if it ever came down to it, and we upset Izzy enough, should they be alive, we would end up strapped to their table just as much as that thin blood. And quite frankly, I'm never a fan of having contacts who keep knives behind their backs.
having a real hard time making this decision.
It's moments like these we remember that Dion is a charisma build.
Yeah. And technically speaking, he has the ability to tell her to stay. Like,
Yes.
they are blood bonded.
Yes. But he doesn't want to.
No, I know. He just explained that. I'm well aware. God.
Okay.
I think she would stay. She wouldn't go with Willow.
Okay.
Oh dear. I believe in you, Willow.
Good luck.
Fine.
I out of character do not want Izzy to be dead, but Dion is a different matter.
Mm-hmm. And
Willow's convinced Izzy's going to take over the world one day, and he wants to stay on his good side, or their good side. So,
yeah. I mean, Willow flat out said that he doesn't care. And Dion made some good points. And all in all, Esme is a pretty selfish person and would put their needs above
that's true.
one other kindred.
I was going to say, doesn't Esme get hella irritated by Dion? Like, it's a good opportunity to rebel safely, but self-preservation does often win out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Esme gets annoyed with Dion's antics sometimes, mostly with their fashion sense.
Valid.
But 100%, Esme is like obsessed with Dion. Like, that's not.
Mm-hmm.
So, they don't really have the itch to rebel.
We have a
right now,
very
at
healthy
least.
relationship, you can tell.
So healthy
So healthy.
between the guy who thinks he's a god
Mm-hmm.
and the person funding his cult.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Like,
The obsessive person.
Yeah.
It's called.
it's great. All right. Yeah. So, Willow, you leave probably fairly early in the night. Probably would have planned that like the night before, so you can just make as much progress as possible.
Yeah, he had pick out some hotels and stuff on his way there,
Mm.
or as much as he could that night, and then head out early.
Um. With that being the case, I have a question
Excuse
for
me.
you because this kind of falls under your determination because Esmeralda and Alejandro are going to ask of what do you want us to do with this one here because at a certain point life is gonna start sucking for us really bad. So before that happens, what do you want us to do here?
Uh, well, so what happens when ghouls that are like pretty bonded end up getting abandoned, basically?
Mm-hmm. I believe it depends on how.
If I remember correctly, it depends on how blood bonded they are.
Yes.
And I think if I remember correctly, it goes down a tier by month, but those 3 months, if you had a full blood bond, are miserable. And if you've had the ghoul for an extensively long time, all their age catches up to them that they didn't age.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And do I have an idea of how long they've been ghouls for?
I don't think you specifically would.
Like, were they here before or after Willow moved in?
Probably before.
Okay.
Izzy's had them for quite a while.
Um, well, I guess you would ask, how old are you?
Uh, he hasn't given out that information.
No, the ghouls, you would talk to them.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
That Angus has the notes on that. I do not.
Oh, please. Your call is very important. Got to pull up their character sheet. I'm expecting to need them today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you're 6 feet under, why would you need the character sheet?
Right? They were also on the other side of the country. Um, I've had them for like 2.5 years.
That's a considerable amount of time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if I'm being honest, now's a good time to get away. But otherwise, you can stay here, or you can come with if you really want to. But
Okay. It's an interesting point of note. If for some reason Izzy is still alive, then the two of us can easily be found again. So I think for the time being we'll stay here until such time is not desirable to us. As for the thin blood there, what do you want us to do with her? Just, I don't know, throw her in the Gulf?
with who?
The this like the second Inquisition member that you kind of determined
Oh,
was a thin
I've
blood.
the
been
thin blood.
waiting for that to come back up.
Oh my God.
She's been taken stuck in torpor.
Just leave her. She'll be fine.
Yeah, I guess you could leave her, or you could dispose of her if you want. That might be more merciful.
Who needs mercy?
We'll give it a little time and we'll make the call after a few days.
Yeah, you know I've never had any interest in prisoners, and he'll gesture to them, and prisoners will gesture over to the thin blood in the general direction of them. Even my peacocks roam free. I don't.
I I I actually don't think I've seen any of them roaming around because you're not looking for them. You're here. Okay.
I feed them.
No. I know. No, he doesn't pay attention.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So do what you will. For once, I don't care. Throw a rager. Just I don't want to come back to any surprises. That's all, personally.
That I think we can manage. Do you need anything from the armory?
Yeah, I'll take some ammo and probably a backup pistol.
I mean, we have a couple of. I mean, we have a couple of automatics if you need that.
No, I don't think I will.
Figured I'd ask. They'll just one of those really nice silver cases, and there's just a pair of like CZ9s. So they're just it's a backup, but I mean you technically have two, and then
Mhm.
4 magazines apiece. So you have a fair amount of ammunition.
Cool. Yeah, he's not really planning on, going to the death for it, just like investigating. But he'll take them. He'll never, yeah, it's fine. So,
Okay.
thinks accidental sun exposure is more of a risk to him traveling than gunfights are. So,
Yeah, especially traveling through like the desert. That'll be interesting.
yep,
Um,
he'll
Just
do it.
remember,
He has
avoid
to.
Utah.
I was about to type that in chat.
But yeah, as you start driving off and separate locales, as you head off, leaving Miami to find Izzy, Izzy, you actually, that muffled kind of like drum beat sound of just hearing different noises that are heavily muffled and almost like that ear popping sensation, um, as the taste of just like old kind of burning dirt fills before you can feel like you're being like weight is being lifted, and then your consciousness comes like back to you. Um, believe it or not, fucking Michael got like critical successes all around, so 7 successes. Um, was able to get out of Dodge and kind of by the time it took a while to find you, but they were able to find you, and he looks like shit. He looks like he has been probably dodging like being tracked and being shot at for probably the better part of like a week.
Question: does he have any open wounds? Is he actively bleeding?
uh,
Because I am at 5 hunger.
yes, he is.
Okay, so is that going to be a hunger frenzy?
Yes, yes, it will be.
Excellent. Okay, so let me double check what I'm rolling here. Where the hell? That's not where I was looking. Where the hell did I find that shit? Probably don't have a lot of dice right
Probably
now.
not.
Let's see. It's 219, not 119. Okay, that was a 100 pages off. It's fine. Let's see. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Let's. My dice went everywhere. One didn't land. 2 successes.
Okay.
Is that enough to not kill my ghoul?
Yes, just
Oh,
barely,
thank
but
God.
yes.
I'm still in the cemetery? Question mark. They just kind of buried me nearby.
No, you're in some place entirely new.
Where are we? Can
Um,
I get a drink?
old, rundown, uh, church or something, though, I don't know, feels uncomfortable being here, so I imagine there's something to it.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hunting immediately.
Okay.
Standard predator type would be manipulation, intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
Get that one. 4 successes.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. Um, it like the practice is a little bit more rough around the edges because you're not entirely sure how long you've been out of it. So,
Mhm.
but you are able to kind of succeed at that, and Michael is eventually like, and you'll notice like he's got a different like set of attire and all of that. The shotgun in which he held is no longer like visibly present, but you can see under the coat he has shortened its entire profile, and actually has taken the step of rather than like sawing off the barrel like directly flattened down, it's at a
Mhm.
jagged point. Um, as he kind of leads you to what looks to be an old like pickup trailer camper.
Hey, whatever works.
Listen, I had $600 and it worked.
Hey, I'm not gonna complain. How long was I out?
Uh, how long did you feel like you're out? Is a better question.
Too long.
Okay, well, I've been trying to find you for the past 16 days, so it's been a while.
Okay.
And in the time I've been
Do I have
avoiding.
my phone on me?
No.
Fuck. Okay. Do I have anything on me? Is my book on me?
They did not care enough about the book.
Ah, thank fuck.
It is dirty and it is definitely in rough shape, but
It's fine as long as I have it. Alright, time?
well, I had the time to do a little bit of research in between to try and figure out who Dr. Riley is a little bit. And I think you can determine she's a scary individual.
Gathered. That will be for later. What time is it now?
He, like, digs out probably like a watch you buy in like a Walmart children's aisle. It's like probably $10 and it's digital. Um,
Beautiful.
11 p.m.
Good, so we have time. Uh, is the book the only thing I have on me? Or do I still have my wallet?
You do not have your wallet, no.
Okay. In that case, does Michael have a vehicle?
He has been able to get a vehicle, but the vehicle is it's like one of those like 1980s F-150s and it is rusted as shit. It is not a good looking vehicle.
Or as it can run? Can it tow this camper?
It can. That's how he got it out kind of in this kind of secluded area.
Good. Good man. I'm gonna give him whatever blood he needs. By the way, I killed the victim I hunted.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just so we're clear. I'm going to feed him if he needs it, which I'm sure he does.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
At that point, I'm going to go get a prepaid cell phone or steal someone's cell phone. Or no, I got the cell phone of whoever the fuck I just killed.
Mm-hmm.
I will call the zoo, the Peachy Peacock Zoo.
Okay. Given the time frame of how things, there is no answer.
I'm gonna stare at the disconnected phone for a moment. Okay. We have a long way to travel, Michael. Let's get started.
Yeah, he turns the key and you will make it about probably 25, 30 miles before this old vehicle that he quite literally will tell you only cost him $900 just decides to not work.
It's fine. We can get another. It's quite easy. Yeah, flag down someone on the side of the road, someone, ideally alone. Uh, compel them to give me their keys, as long as it can tow the camper. Move it over.
Yeah, here's the
If they
thing
complain, I
about
can break their legs.
here's the thing about like California and roads like that. People are much more inclined to pass you. But after a little bit,
It doesn't take a lot of effort for Izzy to make themselves look very attractive
but
in many different ways.
the eventual like person that does stop, easy enough to like shift over the keys. Again, not the most ideal vehicle. Like a it's like a Volkswagen Beetle. It's not the greatest looking thing, but
All right. I'm trying to decide if Izzy would have any other numbers memorized. I'm gonna make a quick intelligence roll.
okay.
See if. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take the 2. Yeah, okay. Well, as we're on the road, I will just give Willow a call on the number that I know, if it happens to work.
Okay.
That is up to Joey if it works. I know it was
It's
Dad.
Yeah, you had the opportunity to get your number transferred to a new phone if you wanted, depending on how you had your phone plan.
Uh,
would that have been something Willow would have thought to do?
yeah, I'm not sure because his phone has a lot of contacts in it. Because like that's how he like, keeps his herd on hand and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And also like Rose and that one person he called for a quick awkward second and
Mhm.
stuff. So
Yeah. Okay. So probably transferred data then.
probably,
Okay.
yeah.
With that being the case, then, given how time and how like things are transferred, because Kindred driving through, it's a little different because you can't just like drive straight through for long periods of time because you have to stop, pull over, and especially sometimes like in like the more wide stretch of roads, like any
Mhm.
desert setting. You not only have to like pull off to the side, you have to kind of pull off and go a little ways in because you don't want people raiding your shit while you're out.
Yeah.
But you are the call does go through. Hilariously enough, well, I think at this point you're like in that like Arizona, like Nevada area to like get to that point. Um, the call and the signal is spotty at best where you are.
Completely random ass California number.
He'll pick up.
At least this number works.
Oh my God, you're alive.
I know. I'm surprised myself.
Guess
Where are
where I
you?
am?
Hmm.
Arizona.
What in the hell are you doing in Arizona?
I was coming to get you.
Oh, at least I know I can count on someone.
Yes, try. Sometimes.
I'm not surprised, but I am still disappointed.
Yeah, it's like you don't sound like you're in a tough spot right now. Are you good?
I'm quite fine for the moment. Where can we meet?
Where are
We'll
you right
find
now?
we'll find a
There
midpoint.
are areas within like that Arizona area that's and I hate that they exist and I've been to them is those little like areas that are just in the deadpan fucking middle of nowhere that's like a gas station like two other buildings but for
Yep.
some reason are fully functional.
Mm-hmm.
It just probably one of those places. But as the two of you end up meeting, Michael kind of like, can I share what I've learned over the past little bit? I did do a little research. It's not my strong suit, I know, but I.
Please do.
So, um, Dr. Briley, our wonderful adversary, she's a lot stronger than I even truly imagined originally, and I'm sure you got that sensation.
Hmm.
Uh, and you know the legend, the myth, and all of that of Cain and such,
I'm
yes?
quite familiar.
Okay, well, then you know how the theory is all kindred spawn from Cain, yeah?
Michael, I am an artist.
Okay, okay. It, he kind of digs out from like just portraits of like biblical reference, and they're very few and far between. Um, Not so much Cain, but a woman who is associated with Cain.
Hmm. Lilith, by chance?
Uh, Probably not her. But there is a individual of much more like I'm gonna say like Catholic reference is Cain's wife.
Hmm. Fascinating.
Yeah, and from what I can determine, clans have different rules. She doesn't follow any rules.
She wouldn't. You've earned yourself a promotion, Michael. Once we get home.
I
Oh no.
The only
All right.
response to that Michael can even give is he just looks so tired.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Izzy will be in deep thought for the next while.
Okay.
Very nervously, just kind of like messing with the book under his. Does he still have his fucking? I guess he didn't have his shit. So yeah, would he still be in his the bishop-esque robes that he was on the yacht in?
Um,
Full Sabbat regalia.
you did that to yourself, but they. Um,
So oh fuck, you're right.
but but yeah, pretty much. You
Okay.
haven't had time to
Uh
really get anything else.
that's fine. That's fine. They're not too worried about it right now. But yeah, it's just kind of like absent-mindedly thumbing the edges of the book of Nod under the robes,
Hmm.
and in deep thought until they meet up with Willow.
Okay. Once they get to where Willow is, there is just a very interesting feeling that hits all of you. Because over in Miami, Dion, the weekend, you were watching over your sister's kid.
Mm-hmm.
And you just hear, you know how people just have like TVs on as white noise and such. It's just a thing.
Mm-hmm.
As you start hearing it and you begin tuning into it, a particular building has been attacked. This is that building was a Camarilla stronghold. It was one of them within Miami. But you're also hearing of one going down in Chicago, Seattle, and Charleston. At this moment, this is the cataclysmic event that begins the official conflict between the Sabbat and the Cam. And more than likely, because they have a stake in it as well, there might be a tentative alliance between the Anarchs and the Camarilla. Sirens and shouts as the methods of various assaults on these, which you know to be kindred strongholds, take place. They vary from just full-on gunfights to one of particular concern. The one in Chicago is an attack that is considered a like a biological attack, but to you that reads as, oh, that's a mist-based attack. That's bad. And you are currently blissfully ignorant as to who the main player piece that orchestrated this whole thing. With that being said, all the pieces are in different places, and we will deal with that when we pick up this game.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's the cliffhanger I was expecting.